What is up, everybody? Carlos here, and I'm going to be showing you my entire PS2 collection of 2025. Now, I've never actually done this before, besides this year. Started with my PSP collection and my PS1 collection. My PS1 collection is smaller, but PS2 collection is more bigger, maybe double or triple the size uh, of thing. But every system iteration that I've had has gone bigger and bigger and bigger. But I think the most I actually have is PSP stuff. But yeah, for now, just get started. First game, alphabetically, of course, we're gonna be showing off is Alias. Now, the reason why I bought this is because I like the time with the show. The show is pretty cool, and I do like Jennifer Gardner as Alias. I do like the redhead aesthetic that they gave her in the show. Um, and of course, this is like a spy type of thing, and it's pretty cool. I do like uh, I do like my spy games, like Metal Gear and Siphon Filter, because those are really espionage games or spy games. But people just play them as a shooter. We got the ATV off Fury 1. We got number 2. We got number 3. And we got number 4. So the fourth one actually is a PSP uh, port called Off Fury Pro. So uh, I could get rid of this game and just keep the PSP version, but I just want to keep all of these just because um, I just want to have them as a collection. And this was like before MotorStorm was a thing, because using trucks and ATVs and motorbikes and such. MotorStorm was the same way, but MotorStorm became such a phenomenon for PS3, and that they had moss trucks and sleds and snowmobiles, and it's pretty cool. Got Big Mother Truckers 1. My brother actually got this for his birthday, I believe, when he was a kid. Um, we didn't know, or we didn't understand how to play this game, but you drive from city to city, but you also got to keep up with your gas, because you actually do run out of gas, and if you do, I believe you get a game over. Um, and but also there's other things that can cause you to get a game over, like I think, for example, you get pulled over or getting caught by the cops, um, and even your luggage or your stuff to get stolen by road pirates. We got Big Mother Trucks 2. Now, Big Mother Trucks 2, I actually played on PS3, and for some reason, the PS3 version, or playing this on the PS3, there's like a glitch where the game just freezes for some weird reason. So I usually have to have the autosave on just so I don't lose my progress, because I think when I played this game, like 3 times it crashed on me, like certain areas or certain places, like give or take maybe like 30 minutes of gameplay, it crashes. So yeah, I ended up just putting in an autosave, and it's a good game. It's a continuation of the first game. Got Blood Rain. So there's 2 games to the series, and then Blood Rain Betrayal. This game you can play it on PS3 as well via digital download with from PS2 emulation software that they put, and PS4 and PS5 actually had a physical release of this game with updated graphics, and or just upscaled graphics, and just the polygons doubled in count. It just looked cleaner. But playing this on PS3 is still good. This is the second game. Too bad they didn't make a third game. I mean, Betrayal is not really considered a, like, it's part of the trilogy of Blood Rain, or they should have been made a trilogy, but I don't know why they didn't do that. Betrayal is a side scroller, and it's a good game, but sometimes there's little things in the game that just makes it seem a little difficult, especially like the final boss. So you would have to get all the red skulls just to increase your health or your bullet count. Um, so we got Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This is uh, Chaos Bleeds. I don't know why they renamed it like that, but yeah. They named it Buffy Vampire Chaos Beast. That's funny. But this was part of the Hollywood Video, or should I say Game Crazy, because I believe Game Crazy, Hollywood Video were a together company. And I remember that being right in front of my school that I used to go to. I don't know what happened to them, but I think 2009, 2010, they went out of business or something, and then the building was condemned and eventually was destroyed, and sadly was made into more parking space. The most expensive PS2 game I have right now in my arsenal is Coraline. I actually played the game, and the game is fun and simple. It plays very well. I know this people are gonna be saying that this game sucks, or this game is just because it's a tie-in movie or whatever. Yes, it's a tie-in to the movie, but the game mechanics on the game is good. You know, the only thing I lack, or that lacks this game, is maybe they should have added a little bit more depth where you can actually go to other places. But you know, you can explore around the mansion, and you know, talk to the guy from with the mice. You know, he always calls him Caroline instead of Coraline. Although whenever she's in the other world, the dude actually calls her by her real name, Coraline. But yeah, then it stars Dakota Fanning as Coraline. I'm already saying it, but yeah, I did replace the casing, because the original casing was kind of messed up. I think this is a repo PS2 case, but I'm probably just gonna get a white case and put it on a white case, because this, I don't know, it seems like it would be such a good cool thing to do, is having a white case for this game, only because it's like I mean, it's a kids game, but you know those DVDs that they make for kids and they're white? Well, that's what I would think. You know, it'd be pretty cool if they did, if I could just do that, because I do have a white case, and I might just do that. Continuing on, we got Crash 4, the original Crash 4, Wrath of Cortex. Crash 4 was a letdown. I did play it and I did beat it, but it was just too much. They could have just remade this game just like they remade Insane Trilogy, and it would have just worked out fine. People would have been happy. But no, we instead got a new game that just seemed not fit for the franchise. I mean, the only cool thing about the other game was they can play Coco and all the levels just like Crash. But this game introduced Crunch, and also Crunch is in Nitro Fuel, which is crazy because he's in that game, but when they remade Crash 4, he's nowhere to be found. But also, the elemental masks are in this game, but they're evil. The other elemental masks are good in the other game, which is weird. As I said, you know. Nitro Fuel. This is a slower paced Crash Team Racing, but it's still worth it. It's still good. I don't know why, but I think there's glitches in the Black Label version of this game, because when I played it, there's like 2 or 3 glitches that I've encountered when I'm racing. Either I hit a dead wall, or a wall jumping, and then I just die or something, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? So yeah, this was part of a set. I believe this was part of a set with Twin Sanity, which I don't have. This is probably the only Crash game I don't have. But yeah, Nitro Fuel, good game, but Emperor Velo is a pain to beat. Much harder than Oxide. Tech Team Racing, a cool, quirky little game. The last Crash Bandicoot style game before they went rogue and decided to redesign him in the other 2 games. But anyway, this game was after Twin Sanity. I don't have Twin Sanity. If I did, I would have been said this part of the set, because this one, Nitro Fuel and Twin Sanity, are part of the Crash Bandicoot set. So this was actually a game I bought when it came out. I bought it brand new. I think I bought it around Christmas time, 2005, if I recall. and it was cool. I like the thing where you clash your cars, and it's just fun and all. I used to I like the mini games. Mini games are fun too. If you have this and PSP version of this game, you can actually connect it and you can get more cars. So it's cool. Supposedly it's pressure sensitive, but I don't know what that means. I don't think PS2 had hectic feedback like PS3. Uh, triggers. We got we actually got yeah, Crash of the Titans and Mine Over Moon. So these two, I don't know why actually these were mixed, but anyway, um, I played both of them, but the redesign was terrible. I kind of do like the redesign of Mine Over Mutant better than Twin Sanity or Titans, but problem with this game is that I mean, it's a good game. They're very good games, but the problem is that I just didn't understand why they redesigned the characters. They could have just kept them the same way, and that would have worked out fine. But they're good games. First, I didn't like them, but I do like them now, and I think they're way better than Crash 4. It's about time. I can tell you that much. Got GTA 3. This is the part of a set as well. I could have gotten Vice City as well, part of a set, but I know there's one that just doesn't have this label. But also, the this is better. I like this CD cover than the GTA 3's gun cover that they have. Because I actually do have the original GTA 3 with the gun instead of um, Carolina for I think that's her name. So people don't know is that this game. So San Andreas is connected with both Vice City and GTA 3. Vice City came out first, then San Andreas, and then GTA 3. Because in GTA 3, you play as a protagonist that you actually face off against in San Andreas. Mute boy, I forgot his name. And also, Carolina is in there too. I remember her robbing a bank in the game on San Andreas, and then she tells you to drive, and then she becomes a girlfriend, and then she betrays you. She backstabs you. Speaking of GTA, got Vice City. I don't have San Andreas on me though. I wish I still had my copy. Actually, that was like the second. Actually, I think that was the first PS2 game I bought myself. Was San Andreas. My mom bought it for me for my birthday, and man, it was probably the best thing I ever played when I was a kid, growing up. We got Vice City Stories. I don't have the disc in hand right now. It's actually being resurfaced at the moment, so I'm hoping when I get the game back, I will showcase it. But I do have the case, nonetheless, and I'm hoping when the game comes back, it's actually playable. I already have this on PSP, and I think playing this on PS2 is better because the buttons, PS2 has more buttons, and I'm pretty sure it plays like Vice City. So we're gonna be going on to round 2 on the second half of the game. So let me be frank, and I'll be back with the second batch of games. Alright, so we're back with the second batch of games, and starting off we got Harvest Moon Special Edition. I'm not much of a Harvest Moon fan, but I mean I played a couple of sim games with the grinding and the farming and such, and I mean it's an okay game. Not really for me, but there's a lot of Harvest Moon fans out there that enjoy these type of games. This game would probably be like maybe a 60 to 80 hour game if you were to try to complete the game, getting everything in the game via like harvesting pretty much. So we'll get a jam pack. This is from PlayStation Underground. Now I bought this at a mom and pop shop, And I gotta say that I never seen a PS2 um, game with or demo disc with a manual. It's weird, but yeah, when PS1 was finished, they moved on to PS2. So you would subscribe to the monthly magazine, and every 3 months they send you a disc. Usually this disc was like $4.99. So it was cool. Some demos, and I believe there's some demos that will only stay demos because um, they never got a full release date. So they just lived on in the demos. I don't know if this game here is only a demo because I remember seeing certain games that you can play, and when the game was supposed to be released, they never released it. We got Max Payne. This game, so I have the greatest hits edition, but it's okay. Um, some black boxes always came with either greatest hits, or if you get the greatest hits, you get the black case on it. But anyway, this game could never beat the final level, but I'm pretty sure I can beat it now because I know how to play it and everything. My best friend, used to rank games back in Blockbuster, and well, besides GTA Vice City, because that was probably the first game I actually played um, on when we rented games. He rented this game as well. We didn't get too far. I think I got far maybe the fifth chapter, and it just problem is the backtracking. Or sometimes you would have to backtrack, and some of these games always make me dizzy. I don't know why, but this game in particular. Same with the second game. I started out this game and I was already getting dizzy. I don't know why. Do y'all get dizzy if y'all play certain games? Because I know I do. And just, I don't know. I think it's probably because of the janky camera that they make. So yeah, this is the second game. The third game I did not like. I'm gonna say it right now. The third game I did not like. It just wasn't. It just didn't seem like a Max Payne. I think Max Payne 1 and 2 are just. It it ends when the second game, and that's about it. So I got Armageddon. Got Mortal Kombat Armageddon. I do have the disc being resurfaced as well, and no manual, but yeah. I like the holographic thing that they put on it. This game, your creative character was always broken for some reason, and certain um, boss monsters or bosses like Onaga and Blaze and even Motaro, they were just overpowered. Speaking of Motaro, there he is right there. He's supposed to actually have 4 legs, but they only put 2 legs for some reason. I was like, wait a minute, why does Motaro only have 2 legs? But I guess because of the engineering of the game itself, because Motaro was never meant to be on a Mortal Kombat 3D platform game, because how would he move? We got Deadly Alliance, the first of the trilogy, and very so. I remember playing this guy at my cousin's house. His brother actually had it, and I played a little bit of it, and man, it was great. Mortal Kombat. I still think these games are far more better than what we got to this day and age in Mortal Kombat. The new Mortal Kombat games, you can't really sidestep to avoid projectiles, but these games were better because of having it kind of like a Tekken type of thing. I don't know why they went back to 2D, but oh well. So this is the game that started it off for me actually. I did play Daily Lines, but I actually played Deception. I beat the game. I think almost everything. And I did it also. I did replay it again a couple of years back, and I got everything. I think I got most of Shujinko's movesets. But yeah, I mean, it had Tetris, it had the combat chess, and then just the level and everything on it. It was pretty good. And then some uh, Deadly Alliance levels were in this game as well, like the laser room, where like you fall off the pit or you fall off the level. There's lasers on the bottom. You get destroyed. I do have the PSP version of this game as well, and PSP version is the definitive edition, even though it runs a little bit worse on PSP because there's like some frame drops when playing it. But definitive edition, as in there's more characters in that game. There's Goro, Shao Kahn, Frost, Katana, Blaze before Armageddon Blaze, and some other one, I think. I forgot. I don't know if it's King Taro. I don't remember. But anyway, moving on, we have Hot Pursuit 2. So, my friend, actually, I played this game at GameStop when PS2 barely came out. And man, I remember the graphics in this game was out of this world. I still don't have a PS2 at the time, but I remember playing this game at a GameStop booth, one of those little kiosks that they used to have. Man, I kind of missed that. And man, this game was so cool. Me and my friend rented it, and it was so cool. I've never beat it, to be honest. I tried beating it, but I don't know. I really don't remember if there's a storyline to the game or not. I think it's just like, because it says you can like, there's like open world or something, but I remember just racing a lot, and the police would come up to you, and then you can activate the flame ability where you can see if there's a police roadblock or whatever. And this is where this comes into play. The roadblocks in Most Wanted were tedious, that they added slow motion on this game. It is a very good game. This is part of the set as well, but I don't have Carbon, and I think it's supposed to be Carbon, this game Carbon, and I believe Pro Street, which I do have Pro Street, but I don't have it in my collection because I don't like that game. But anyway, this game was cool. This game and Carbon were awesome. I do have Carbon, but I have it on the PS3, so I'll be showing you all that a little bit later on. Moving on, we got Underground 2. So this game was over the top. It was breathtaking. It was out of this world, and it was awesome. I don't know why some of these PS2 things have this, but I think it's the redesign that I actually have that has that for some weird reason. But anyway, I remember I beat this game and I unlocked everything. The first game didn't have free roam, but this game, connecting it with the original Underground, gave you like credits, so you can have like money to optimize your vehicle. I had Cadillacs and Hummers and stuff. I would always run with the SUVs and such, but man, they were hard to control and they were so slow and janky. I was like, wow. We got Monster Jam Maximum Destruction. Now I don't know if I think this was a PS2 launch title. Yeah, 2002. The reason why I say this is because you can see there's a blue. So this was resurfaced, and as you can see, it is very clean. I remember I bought a game for my little brother, but I don't know if it was this one or the other one, Urban Assault. But yeah, he liked that monster truck stuff. I remember that my parents would take him to go see Gravedigger, and that was like his favorite truck. My little brothers actually had 2 Gravediggers, other 2 brothers. So we got Pimp My Ride. This game is considered to be one of the worst racing games, and I could see why, but You know, the customization on it is pretty cool. Uh, the only thing is it's just a big advert for Pimp My Ride. You know, that's all it is. I think this was a blue disc, so I actually had resurfaced this game as well because the original one was very scratched up that I couldn't even get it to the main screen. When I resurfaced this game and I played it, the game was running fine and the music was actually playing. We got, well, actually, no, hold up. Before I show you this one, I'm going to show you the other one. So I think this is my second or maybe third most expensive PS2 game I have in my collection. Is Resident Evil Dead Aim. This game was slept on, but it's a good rail shooter. And the reason why I say rail shooter is because you do play in 3D, but when you start shooting, it puts you into a first person mode, and you start shooting away. I really did like the character design of these two characters, but shortly they were sadly lived short, or excuse me, they were shortly lived characters. Every time I see this, it just reminds me of Paul Walker. I don't know why. I know this next game, people would say this guy looks like Tom Cruise, and yes, we actually have Outbreak. I actually have a double disc. This is not a double disc version of the game. I just put the second game behind it. So this is the first game. This is the original one I had. As you can see, it's kind of messed up, but I did get it resurfaced and it's working fine. And I have second game. I don't have the original artwork because the original artwork got destroyed when I, along with other games I had that ended up having to just, their artwork and booklet just got destroyed. This actually got destroyed as well. I ended up getting a replacement case with the manual for a very cheap price. So yeah, this game is awesome as well. And yes, this guy does look like Tom Cruise. Kevin Ryman, I believe. And he actually, there's like a lot of Easter eggs involving Resident Evil 2 and 3. So people don't understand that this game takes place during 2, but before the events of 3. That's why Marvin is in this game. Well, Fallout 2. If you play Fallout 2, you'll notice that Marvin is in Fallout 2, and he gets killed or gets munched up, and then Jill finds him either dead or alive, depending on what version you played. And I believe in Resident Evil 2 you find him, but he's like either talking to Claire or Leon, depending on what scenario. And you know, he talks about Rookie, or you gotta get to a safe place, you know, just like the remake of Resident Evil 2. So yeah, we got Shadow the Hedgehog. So slept after, you know. It sucks that Sonic Adventure 2 didn't make it to PS2, but I'm glad this game did make it to PS2. People say this is the weaker version of the game on PS2, and it plays okay. It plays good. Excuse me, I'm trying to think here. The GameCube game, or the GameCube version, is supposedly the definitive edition to play in this game, because the GameCube version is much more, or the GameCube is more better, or has better specs than PS2. But a lot of people got to remember that PS2 came out in 2001, and GameCube came out a year later. So yeah, I mean, of course GameCube is gonna have better specs. Same with Xbox. Xbox came out in 2002. That's why certain games run better on Xbox than PS2, because they have updated graphics and more polygon count and all that stuff, you know. We got SmackDown WWE. Shut your mouth. So I played this game with my best friend. He actually had this one in Here Comes Pain. I was trying to find Here Comes the Pain, but people seem to want too much for that game as well. It has a cool career mode and everything, and I ended up going to a mom and pop shop and I picked this game up. I think it was a buy two get one, so I ended up getting this game as a buy two get one offer. We got SpongeBob, Battle for Bikini Bottom. This was resurfaced as well. You can tell when it's resurfaced because sometimes the disc, the ring in the middle, is still scratched up. So yeah, the game does work and it plays good. But I don't know if I'm gonna keep it because there's certain PS2 games I just have because I just have them, and I might end up tossing some away or reducing. Not, everyone buys their games and everyone, um, you know, wants to collect every single game out there, but I think PS2 has like the most of the library. And I'm not gonna be doing all that. We've got Revenge of the Sith, the best Star Wars movie yet. And like I said, see, greatest hits, but I get the black label. Same thing with the other game. The other game was a black label PS2, but the greatest hits edition. This is weird. But yeah, I still have the coupon to get a free ticket if I actually went to go for it. But funny enough, I actually saw this movie when it came out. This game came out before the movie, but I actually played this game after the movie came out, so I wasn't spoiled there. Funny enough, I actually saw this movie this year when it got re-released, and I was lucky. I was one of the few lucky ones that actually got to see it without any people ranting or raving with the memes and all that. Luckily, it was only 5 people in my theater because I got there at 2 in the afternoon and nobody was there. Maybe like a couple of kids and some people, but we weren't gloating and everything. And I actually took my little brother to see it, which was actually his first time seeing the movie on the big screen. And then we got Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. No manual for some reason. I thought I had the manual. Oh well. Anyway, people say this game is a boring game, and it's because it's a Terminator game, but it's an okay game. It's not that great, but it plays good. I like it because it's Terminator. It has Arnold in it, and that's the only reason why I have it. There's another game, Terminator Resistance, that's on the PS2 as well, and it has an endoskeleton, but I don't have that one. I'll probably get that one later. So we're up to our last batch of games, and let me just set up. Alright, so we got our last batch of games right here. Very quick. We got Tekken Tag Tournament. So this is right after Tekken 3. There's no actual story. This is just a spin-off game. I don't have Tekken 4. I used to have Tekken 5 on PS2, but I gave it to my brother. But Tekken 5 actually has options where you can play Tekkens 1 through 4 on the same disc. I should have kept it, but you know what? It's okay because I actually have Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection on PS3 and PSP. The PS3 version actually comes or plays with you can play with Jinpachi. Dark Resurrection, the PSP port introduced Lily and Dragunov. So yeah, it's a cool game. Whoops. Okay, we got The Getaway. This is, I think, a PS2 launch title. No, never mind. This game came out in 2003. I'm gonna be resurfacing this game as well. I don't think it's worth it, but yeah. There's a game on PSP called Gangs of London. I think this is part of the Getaway series because I think there's 2 Getaway games, and this is like GTA game, which is cool. And I will be playing that game soon. I wish I can play him on the big TV, excuse me, big TV, and record it. But people are using capture cards and such, and well, I wish I could do all that, but maybe on a later date, maybe I can start doing walkthroughs or just playing them live. So we got the King of Route 66. So this game is actually from Game Exchange. So you can see right there. There, Game Exchange. That's crazy. So this game came all the way. It looks like it came from Arizona because the zip code. I don't know if this Game Exchange still exists, but I'm pretty sure they rented these games out, because why would it have this label? So I think I had gotten this resurfaced. Yeah, as you can see, it was resurfaced, and then you can see the scratches on the inner ring. So it's like another big mother truckers type of game, but it's like more goofy. And I played it, but it's more based off of doing little tidbits of stuff, collecting little things left and right. We got the X-Files. We got, actually, man, I forgot to actually show you the X-Files. I actually do have the FOV, or the episodic version of the X-Files game on PS1, where it has 4 discs, but I don't have the original jewel case for it. But anyway, I'm getting it resurfaced. For some weird reason, when I put this up on PS3, the first level does not boot up. It boots up to the main menu, but the level doesn't boot up. But I'm pretty sure this game has become pricey as well, so I'm glad I picked it up, and I can't wait for it to get it returned to me so I can play it. And the last game in my PS2 collection is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. I do have Forbidden Memories, which I didn't showcase from a PS1, but I'll be showcasing that game as soon as I get it back from my resurfacing. The people that resurfaced the game. This game is gonna get resurfaced as well. This one has the PS2 aesthetic case on it. I have some weird PS2 cases, but yeah. Anyway, this PS2 case is much better than the ones I have, but yeah, I think that's about it. You know, my whole PS2 library. I don't know if I'm gonna be reducing or getting more stuff, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be taking stuff out of my collection, because some games I will keep, but 80% of my library I will keep. 20% I'm not for sure, but we'll see at the end of this year what I'm gonna be taking out of my collection and what I'm gonna keep. But anyway, guys, hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Sorry for the long video, and hopefully y'all can hear me with the microphone being under the table. I usually have it hooked up to my shirt, but those little clips sometimes get stuck. But anyway, we're gonna be showcasing the PS3 collection in the next video, so stay tuned for those. Anyway, as always, comment, subscribe, like. Any suggestions, let me know, and we will see y'all guys in the next video. Peace out. Have a good day.